Welcome to the Comedypreneur Show. I'm James Creviston, and today we're going to talk about rules. Now, I know what you're thinking, rules in comedy? The only rule is make them laugh, right? Well, I've got some rules for you that's going to make your comedy career take off. Let's get to it. All right, guys, check it out. So, you probably heard there's no rules of comedy except make people laugh. And that's true, right? That is a big rule. It's not comedy if people aren't laughing. If they're groaning or not paying attention or, heckling you, it's not comedy. You're just giving a bad talk. And there are some rules that you can use to make your comedy top notch and blow up a lot faster. Now, you're probably asking yourself, James, if you're so good at following the rules, why aren't you a multimillionaire Kevin Hart guy or Jerry Seinfeld? Well, here's the thing. I am a good comedian. I get paid a decent amount of money. I do some private shows. I do some regular shows. I'm a writer for things. So I am happy with where I'm at. Do I want more success in the future? I sure do, but I got a lot of irons in the fire, and things are going to come happening soon. But I want to share with you some rules that will help you, especially if you're starting out in comedy and have no clue what you're doing, to help you kind of break over the curve, get over, and get to where you need to be. So rule number one is going to be your opening joke is the most important joke. Now, this means that whatever you say at the beginning is the one that you say that connects you to the audience. It's what gets you right on their level, pulls them in, makes them think you're funny, and wants to listen to the rest of your stuff. You ever start a conversation with somebody who's just boring, and you're like, all right, I got to get out of this as quick as possible. If your opening joke is boring, if your opening joke sucks, people are going to want to bail. All right? Rule number two, your closing joke is your second most important joke. That's right. People are going to remember what you say at the beginning that pulls them in, and then people are going to remember what you say at the end before you get off stage. And those are most likely the two things they're going to remember about you. Hey, when you got on stage, you said, hey, look at my silly hairdo. And then when he left, he called back to talking about a silly hairdo and how his dog gave him a haircut, or whatever the thing is. That's what you want to do is tie your first joke, your second joke. They don't always have to be tied together, but when you do it, boom, it comes off great. There's a Chris D'Elia special that's on Netflix. Not all the jokes were great, but his opening bit tied back to his closing bit, and it made it hilarious. So really good there. Number three, open and close strong. That means when you get up there, unless you're a nervous guy, you're a Stephen Wright or a Mitch Hedberg, and you just stand there and kind of stare. Don't be lame. Project. Talk. Get up there. Take ownership of the stage. Now, don't pace it like Chris Rock does. I did that when I started comedy and didn't work out very well. But it's more intimidating than anything. So make sure you open that show strong, you close that show strong. Even if it's 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is, boom, get in there and knock them out. It's like a fight, right? I always compare comedy to a fight. You want to get in there, get your hits in, knock them out, get out of there, right? Go collect the money. Rule number four, the middle is the meat of your act. So even if it's the material in your act is what they call B material, where it's like, it's funny, it gets laughs, it's not perfect, you kind of have to, finesse it a little bit, and you kind of need to read the room. Make sure that you have a strong middle. You don't want to do strong opener, strong closer, everything else in between. People are like, why am I listening to this? Don't do that. Make sure that you have strong meat. It's like a sandwich, right? If you just put a bread, some mayonnaise and mustard, and then another piece of bread, and you ate that, first of all, that's disgusting. But if you did that, that's not a sandwich. That's 2 pieces of bread with some condiments, right? Nobody wants that. All right. Number 5, your face gets laughs. Yeah, I have a funny face, right? I do. I'm a kid of Jim Carrey. Not his kid. That would be weird, but that'd also be kind of cool. But anyways, I grew up on Jim Carrey, and he was very much animated, facial kind of guy. And so use your face, right? When you watch comedians, sometimes they do the eye thing, like they say stuff with their face. And their face is so much of what comedy is. Yes, all the words are coming out of your mouth, but they come from your face. So when you line those two things, when you have that funny attitude, boom, it's going to take off. Rule number 6, punchlines and twists get laughs. Your stories don't get laughs. Yes, everyone's going to say, oh, Bert Kreischer and the Machine story. Great, okay, fine. One guy, right? But punchlines and twists get laughed. That's what does it. So make sure that your jokes actually have punchlines, and your jokes also have twists, that you're not just telling a story. Yes, you can tell funny stories. Some of your jokes should be stories, but not all of them, because nobody wants to hear about your uncle all the time. If you want to watch a really good storyteller that also has twists and punchlines, Nate Bargatze is a great comedian for that. Number 7, you are the secret ingredient to laughs. If you write a joke, we had Steve North on here. If you write a joke and anyone can tell that joke, that makes it a comic. If you write a joke and only you can tell that joke, that makes you a comedian. Do you get what I'm saying? When you put yourself on stage, or at least part of your persona, part of who you are out there, people connect to it, and then boom, that's what makes the laughs, right? Because they're looking at you going, that guy, I know that guy. I'm like that guy. I'm partially like that girl. I know what she's going through. I know what he's going through. And then you connect with people, and that's what gets you laughs. If you can be yourself on stage, nobody else can take that away. Number 8, never run the lights. Ever. If they tell you you have 3 minutes, wrap it up at 2:45. If they tell you you have 5 minutes, wrap it up at 4:45. Start getting your stuff. Know your set length. Know your time. If you need help with that, there is a blog post on Comedypreneur.com where we talk about how to know your set length before you ever step on stage. It has been the most helpful piece of advice and helpful information I've ever had for myself, and I know exactly how much time I can do, right? Rule number 9. Comedy is a club, so be an active member. There's a lot of comedians out there that just pine by themselves. Nobody likes me. Oh, it's a clique, whatever. Whatever it is, no, get out there in the club. Make friends. I'll tell you right now, the best friends that I ever have are other comedians, right? They're funny. They make you funnier. You make them funnier. It becomes better and better and better, and you level up, right? If you're part of a comedy group, you're going to be a funnier guy or girl because you're spending your time around other funny people. It's going to make you work harder and get better. Rule number 10, only you can ruin the laughs. I hate when people blame the audience. Yes, sometimes you can blame the audience. That does happen. Sometimes it's just a bad night. But 99% of the time that comedians fail or bomb or have a bad show, bad set, it's because they didn't plan. They didn't practice their set. They didn't know their routine. They weren't there. They showed up, but they didn't do anything, right? So only you can ruin your laughs. Get up there, do it. Make sure that your jokes have set up, punchlines, tags if you need them. Make it tight, make it precise, make it boom, hit, and everybody gets a laugh. All right? And that's what it is. 10 rules that'll help you get better at stand-up comedy. Use those rules to work on your set, work on your presence on stage, and work on becoming a better comedian. Surround yourself with funny people. If you don't know any funny people, the internet has lots of people. I mean, there's some weird people on the internet too. But go on the internet, find chat rooms or Reddits or Facebook groups or whatever it is. Find funny people, talk to them. Then go whenever you can, go out to the club, go to open mic, sit there and listen to people. Find the comedians that make you laugh, even if they're not the same style as you, and make friends with them. Because guess what? They're going to make you funnier, you're going to make them funnier, and we're all going to get a good laugh. All right, thank you guys so much for checking out this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the little bell. I'm releasing, I don't know why I say I do this all myself. I'm releasing videos every week, right? There's going to be new stuff all the time. And it's going to help you get better at comedy, help you turn your funny into money. So check out this YouTube and Comedypreneur.com for more. Have a great one.